Hello students, in today's chemistry class you will learn about mixtures, and this is the second part of chapter 3, that is elements, compounds and mixtures. So let's see what are mixtures. Mixture is that form of matter in which two or more substances like elements or compounds are mixed in any proportion by physical means. And the main characteristics of mixtures, like their components can be separated by physical method such as evaporation, filtration, etc. They have variable composition. They do not have a fixed boiling and melting points. Mixture shows the properties of all the constituents present therein. Example, a mixture of sugar and sweet will be salty sweet. During its preparation, no energy such as heat, light and electricity is either absorbed or evolved. It cannot be represented by any symbol or formula. It means mixtures, they don't have any formula. Example, bhel that you eat as a snack, that is also a mixture. And mixture of sand and salt, mixture of sand and soil, mixture of sand in water is also a type of mixture. Now the mixtures are of two types, homogeneous and heterogeneous. So see what is homogeneous mixture. Homo means same, means throughout the bulk the components are equally distributed. So in this you can see the first point, the components are evenly mixed. Properties of combined components are usually different than those of each, means the components are of different, both the components are different. Individual components cannot be easily seen, and in this mixture the individuality of the component you can't recognize, not as easily separated, and it's very difficult to separate the components. Example, salt and water solution, tea, Kool-Aid drinks, means you can see that when we mix water in milk, that is also inseparable, you cannot separate. And the salt and water, it's also a homogeneous mixture. Sugar in water solution it's also a homogeneous mixture. Now the next is heterogeneous. In heterogeneous mixture, the components they are not evenly mixed, means uneven distribution of the components is there in heterogeneous mixture, and individual components retain their own properties, and the components are easily seen and they can be easily separated, like salt and pepper mix, rocks, cereal, bag of assorted candy. All these are heterogeneous mixture. See the examples, sand plus water, it's heterogeneous mixture. Sugar plus water, it's a homogeneous mixture, means sugar plus water, sugar is completely dissolved in water and it is inseparable, and you cannot recognize the sugar when it is dissolved in water. Next, what is the need of separation of substances, means why we will separate the substances, separate the components of any mixture. The main purpose is to remove unwanted particles. Second point, to obtain important substances. And the third one, to obtain pure substances. So we can say the separation of the substances of any mixture is important for us in order to obtain pure substances, in order to obtain important substances, and in order to remove unwanted particles which we don't want. So that to remove that unwanted particles, separation of substances of any mixture is important. The next is the principle of separation of the components of a mixture depends upon. So it is depends upon the types of mixtures and their physical state. Means if a mixture means the components of any mixture, the type of the components and their physical state, means the mixture is in which state, either is in liquid state or in solid state or in solid liquid state. So that depends the principle of separation, means the which method we will apply to separate the components of any mixture, that depends upon the type of mixture and their physical state. Now the next is size, shape and color of the mixture. Next criteria is size, shape and color of the mixture. And the third criteria, their characteristic properties such as boiling point, melting point, density, volatility, solubility, magnetic properties, etc. Based on these criteria, the method of separation for the different components of any mixture is applied. Now in order to separate the solid-solid mixtures, the first method means if the different components of any mixture both are in solid-solid state, means it's a solid-solid mixture. So first method we will apply in order to separate the solid-solid mixtures, that is hand picking. It is the simplest method of separation of substances. And it's a traditional method also. In different household work, women applied this method in order to separate the unwanted materials different from that useful material. Example, broken grains, pebbles, stones, separation of all these unwanted materials from rice and wheat and pulses by simple hand picking method. In Hindi it is called as chunna. What is magnetic separation? Magnetic separation is the second method of separation of solid-solid mixture. And as you know, as you can see, the name it suggests, the magnetic separation means there is use of magnet, and magnet, you know, it has a attraction property for the iron substances, so it is used to separate metallic substances from non-metallic substance. It means if any mixture has some metallic substances in it, the metallic substances can be easily removed by magnetic separation. The next is gravitational method. This method is used when one of the components is much heavier than water and the other component is much lighter than water. Example, mixture of sand and sawdust in water. In this mixture, sand is heavier than sawdust, and when you will mix sand and sawdust in water, sawdust will be remain floated on the surface of water and sand will settle down in the surface at the bottom of the container. The next method is sublimation. This method is used to separate a mixture of sublimable component from a non-sublimable component by heating the mixture. Sublimable components, you know, that the substances which directly converts from solid to gaseous form. Example, if a mixture of ammonium chloride and common salt is heated, the ammonium chloride sublimes and can be cooled and solidified and collected, and salt is left behind. As you can see in the picture, it's a mixture of ammonium chloride and salt. When you will heat this mixture, ammonium chloride will convert into vapor form and it will be collected on the surface of inverted funnel, and when you will cool down, you will get your ammonium chloride on the funnel surface. The next method, it's solvent extraction method. This method is used when one of the component of a mixture is soluble in a particular liquid, either it can be water or any other solvent, and the other insoluble component is separated as residue by filtration or is decanted. Last method, by fractional crystallization. This method is used when the solubility of solid components of a mixture is different in the same solvent. Means when the components of any mixture, means their solubility is different for the same solvent. For an example, in a mixture of common salt and potassium nitrate, both are soluble in water, but solubility of potassium nitrate is more than that of sodium chloride in water. When this solution containing the mixture is first heated and then it is cooled, potassium nitrate crystallizes out first and sodium chloride will crystallize later. It will be left over on the bottom surface of the container. The solution left behind is boiled again and cooled to separate more potassium nitrate. Means in this, for the fractional crystallization method, this is applied for the mixture of solid components in which the solubility of each component is different in a same liquid. And after heating, when you will crystallize, when you will cool down the mixture, the substance which is more soluble will crystallize first, and the substance or the component which has low solubility in that liquid will crystallize later. For more detail, just refer to your textbook. Today's homework, define mixtures and write its characteristics. Question number 2, differentiate between homogeneous and heterogeneous mixtures. Question number 3, explain different methods of separation of solid-solid mixtures. Write these answers in your chemistry notebook. Thank you.